So I've just been on a once-in-a-lifetime holiday. I tell you what, never again. I needed a password that was 8 characters long, so I picked Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh, dear. I'm not a fan of the new pound coin, but then again, I hate change. Hello?
Strong start.
Strong start.
Yeah.
Do you know, I had to go to the doctor's this week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He found a bit of Lego up my arse. I said, "Is that the weirdest thing you've ever found?" He said, "No, but it's definitely up there."
It's a strong start, or we could build on it.
Oh, nice. Interchangeable punchlines.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice. Working at the job centre has to be a tense job. I mean, knowing that even if you get fired, you still have to come into work next day. Anyway. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Dog 269. I think it is 269 anyway. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
And I'm Elton.
Yes, this week we don't have Jim, which means that he's away on family business. And that also means that we're going to have to pull the ripcord on one of our movies for films when someone has to pick something and they're not actually here to pick it. So there you go. Interesting dilemma for the end of the podcast. But anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to 269. And yes, as ever, we'll see how everyone's week's been, and then we'll see if we've got any feedback for last week's episode, which was the Forbin Project. Colossus, the Forbin Project. And then after that, we'll be on to this week's movie, which Darren picked. It was yours, wasn't it, Darren? You picked this.
Yes,
you picked this movie, Darren, didn't you?
Oh, it was you, was it?
Yeah, it was me, yes.
It was Darren that did dump.
You were present last week, weren't you? You know.
Yeah, not in spirit.
No.
Just in body. I was just physically there pressing buttons. Go on in. What was the film we watched this week, which you picked?
Was the Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle.
Yep. I had my reasons for picking this.
I'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to the lemon yellow 2CV.
Because every time this is mentioned, this film, right? I keep hearing people say, "Oh, I really enjoyed that," and it's like, is there something wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
Is it me?
Well, we might get to that kind of thought a little bit later on, actually.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so we will do that soon enough. But first, let's do How Was Your Week? And we'll start with you, Elton. How was your week, mate?
Oh, okay. So at the moment, I'm home alone.
Okay.
Amanda and Kimmy are in the States as we speak.
Right.
Enjoying a holiday over there with friends and such.
And you're just sitting in your pants eating pizza, right?
I'm not eating pizza.
Go on, carry on.
Don't like pizza.
My knob gets in the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I took the liberty
Mm-hmm.
and moved all my recording stuff downstairs into the front room.
Oh,
you know,
right.
like near the big telly. And got all my my guitar amps from the garage and moved them into the front room. And all the pedals that I've got it all set up in the front room.
You've turned the whole place into a man cave.
Yeah, for the next week, I live alone, and this is how I would live anyway.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, it's going all right. I've fed myself, so I'm all right. I'm doing all right. You know, day 4, still here.
Day 4, still alive.
Yeah,
nice, cool. Okay.
Apart from that, not done a hell of a lot.
That's
Work
fine.
is kicking my ass. The heat is kicking my ass.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't seen anything. I'm rewatching Ozark. Somehow I've fallen into a rewatch of Ozark, which I'm loving.
Okay.
I'm trying to wrap my brains down. No, there's nothing else.
That's fine.
That's it, I'm afraid.
That's cool. It doesn't. Sometimes you don't do things, and sometimes you do.
Yeah, my whole house is my man cave at the moment. That's what it is. That's my week.
Your week is you've indulged yourself.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
And there's not a court in the land that can stop me from turning my guitar amp up to like 3, so I don't annoy the neighbours. Slightly.
Nice. That's good. I like it. Cool. Okay. Well, in which case, while Elton's in his magical land of magicalness,
it should be like this all the time.
This is how reality should be.
I'm actually trying to go through the whole week while they're away of just using one single teaspoon and one single knife and fork.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, and how is that going so far?
Well, I've licked the spoon about 17 times to clean it, so we're doing all right at the moment.
You do know that you have these things called taps, right?
Yes, I'm aware, but I'm just trying to work my way through. Like, look what I've done! I've done it.
The things you'll do rather than do the housework.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
You did the washing up by licking it. Yeah. Fuck me. I'll tell you what. It's gonna be fun when you have to do a load of clothing, and for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash
my that, wouldn't you?
I'm just gonna have to wash my pants. Cut to 5 minutes later.
I didn't lick the plates. I washed them. Properly.
With what? With what? What did you wash them with?
With a bar of soap, innit?
Good Lord.
I heard Link shower gel was really good for that. Lynx Africa. It's got to be Lynx Africa all the time. All the time. We love Lynx Africa. Mm.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to take a lot to take me away from you.
Best. I've heard it's the best. Yeah.
Lynx Africa.
People are telling me it's the best.
With tears in their eyes.
Yeah, with tears in their eyes.
Because their plates taste of Lynx Africa.
I'm eating these mushy peas and I'm getting visions of the plains and the Serengeti.
and the perfume aisle of boots.
Yep.
Right.
And sixth form discos.
Oh, God. Oh. Yeah. Wasn't that Lynx Oriental until Africa came round?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah. That's right. It was Oriental to begin with. And then Africa took over the prime position.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the purple box.
Yep, that used to be my jam, and then it switched to Africa because they stopped doing Oriental.
God. Okay.
Yep. Great smell of brute. Remember that as well. Great smell of brute.
Do you guys remember when Lynx did the Marmite version?
What?
Are you having a stroke again, Elton?
No,
you want us to call someone?
I've got a can upstairs. I will go get that can in the break and take a photo to prove that it still exists.
I was going to say,
Lynx
spray it.
Marmite.
Yes,
that's great for podcasting. That giving it a spray so we can all smell. Yep.
Yeah, especially considering I haven't had a sense of smell since 2017. Oh. What the fuck? Marmite.
I bet it smells wonderful. I bet it smells.
Lynx Marmite. Hang on. Buy Lynx Marmite.
Look it up. It's a thing.
No.
Are you? No. I refuse to believe this is a thing.
I can feel the water coming into my mouth. I'm close. I'm close.
There's no such bloody thing. There isn't. You have been sold a lemon, my friend. You have literally been sold some wrapped up piece, some wrapped up bloody bottle, and someone said that's Marmite. That is. You sure it's not just? You sure it's not just a squeezy tube full of Marmite?
No, it's.
And someone's just written Lynx in felt pen on the top. You've been sitting there. So
I didn't sweat for 3 weeks.
No. but I smell.
I just had this
up your
gelatinous
pores.
stuff underneath my armpits, though.
Yeah. Did you find that it didn't squeeze out? It actually had to unscrew the lid.
Okay, I'm going to send you a link.
Don't send us a link. Send us a
Yes.
photo of the thing, the actual thing. Because I tell you what, unless I actually see this with my own eyes, and you actually still have it.
Oh yeah, I've got it upstairs.
My God. I despair. Fucking Link's Marmite. I hesitate.
Shall I go
ask.
now and get it?
Yes, go now and get it.
Okay, right. I will go now and get it. Hang on a second.
I mean, now that you're
and get it.
downstairs, now that he's downstairs, he's going to have to go to the west wing of his house.
He is,
obviously.
yes.
Would
Is
you?
he going to get one of his servants to go and get it for him?
No, he's going. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go off and he's going to get a fucking jar of Marmite.
Yeah.
And someone's just written links on the fucking lid. That's all it is. I bought this down I bought this down the boot fair. A man told me it was for washing myself because
It's amazing the Christmas presents you can buy in a pound shop. Look.
Yeah, I bought Walker's Crisps underwear.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Lovely.
got cheese and onion around with cheese and onion. Fucking Link's Marmite. Link's Marmite. Do you believe it?
Well, do you know what? Talking about things that shouldn't smell or taste of anything apart from a certain set of flavours or smells, I had a bar of curry flavoured chocolate once.
What?
Curry flavoured chocolate.
Oh,
right.
Was it curry and chips? I think it was curry and chips flavoured chocolate.
Chips.
That was it.
right. Sorry, it was all the way over in the West Wing. Sorry.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. We were just trying to work out whether or not you went and got yourself a family jar of Marmite and just wrote links on the lid.
No, I'm going to take a photo in front of our recording so it proves that it's right now.
And put it on the podcast group.
Hang on.
Put it on the podcast group and confuse the fuck out of everyone until they can see the episode.
Okay, hang on a second.
While we're waiting for him to do that, just as a little piece of trivia, did you know that there's let's see, who do they play for? Oh yeah, there's a woman on the women's football team for Germany who's called Janina Minge. Janina Minge.
Well, there's a very famous episode of The Chase.
Yeah. Oh, I know, Fanny Schmeller. Yes.
Fanny Schmeller. And with the Michael McIntyre Big Show episode with Bradley Walsh in it, they actually brought Fanny Schmeller into his bedroom.
They did.
Yes. So
yes.
There. Yes.
Another piece of trivia. There is also on the men's German football team, there is a man called Stefan Kuntz. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Spelt with a K, so it's all right.
Well, obviously. I mean...
And a Z at the end.
Yeah.
So
I'm still hitting refresh here.
Hang on. Right. Okay. It's going through. My internet's... There we go. You heard the sound of it gone through.
As requested. What the fuck? What the actual...
Right. I have to have a look.
That Africa and Marmite. Why Africa and Marmite?
I'm not seeing it.
It's on the Facebook group.
Oh, Facebook, right? Okay, I'm looking at Facebook Messenger.
The actual fuck, and you wear this as a regular thing, do you?
Oh God, no.
Then why is it in your house?
I got given it. I quite like the smell of it.
Yeah, especially when you spray it on toast.
That's all it is, really. It's just a flavouring.
It is.
But I won't put it on like day to day or anything like that. It's for like special occasions.
Hey, Amanda, do you want to get crispy?
Meeting the king, maybe.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Chicky bow wow.
Bumping into His Royal Highness. Oh, I'm glad I've got this on me. Yeah. There we go. He's like, hello. What's that lovely tangy smell that you've got?
Yeah, that's my Marmite sausage.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
I know, right?
What the fuck? I mean, seriously.
Why?
I mean,
For all the lovers? What love? What the bat?
You ain't going to get a blowjob out of that. You're just going to get 2 pieces of toast wrapped around your knob and someone bite it.
Do you know what? The one thing I think of when I think of Africa is Marmite. That's what I think.
Yeah,
of.
I do too. Yeah,
Fucking warped individual came up with that combination.
yeah.
You know,
when you see all those charity adverts,
yeah,
just £5 a month will give little Billy enough food and water to last him a lifetime, or we could just send him a bottle of Lynx Africa, culturally appropriate his life, and then basically spray it in his mouth. He can taste toast for the rest of his days and cheap.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Wow. And who else in your family likes the smell of this?
I think I'm the only one.
Wow. So you can't even sexy time it up with a bit of Lynx Africa.
No.
Oh my God. I despair. I genuinely I don't know what to say about that. Wow.
There's a thing.
There's
You're
a
welcome.
thing.
I feel like
There are
I've
no
educated you a little bit.
I feel like this has been the most educational 16 minutes of this podcast in the last 20 years.
Tell me you can clear a room without telling me you can clear a room.
I why is it only 13-year-olds and flies are hanging around me? Oh, what the fuck?
So I'm just about to hit a nightclub. I've got my super smooth clothes on. What can I possibly? I feel as though something's missing.
Yeah.
What can I possibly add to this wonderful combination?
As I dab my armpits dry with 2 slices of toast and a baked bean tin. Oh, I know. Marmite will finish that off.
Ah, smells so wonderful it makes angels cry. Yes.
Wow. Do you get any positive responses from wearing that, Elton, apart from yourself?
Well, I've still got the can, so I haven't used
a lot of it.
Any of it, really.
You know, I'm just looking at the chemical makeup of this, and apparently it's only 3 molecules away from pepper spray. So, yeah.
Nice. Lynx Marmite. Oh my God. Wow. That's certainly a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly a thing.
The next shindig, I'll bring it along, and you can all have a little whiff.
Right,
mate. There's never going to be another shindig, and now there definitely won't be.
Reset the clock.
Reset the clock. Yeah. Wow. That's a thing. Thank you, Elton.
Thing. It's it happened.
Yes,
it was bought.
It was.
How much did you pay for that? Was it like way back in the day, and it was like £1.79 of your earth pennies or something?
That was gifted to me.
It was gifted to you.
Yes.
So who hated you enough to give you that?
It was probably my mother.
Who did you hurt, Elton? Who did you hurt?
So, why did your mother think to give you something that made you smell of Marmite?
Because I like Marmite.
Hold on, Carol. Yes. Can I call you over here for a second?
I
guest
I'm being
appearance.
Judged.
Right, hello. Elton got given something by his mother. Uh-huh. How would you feel if I was wearing this?
Goes nice with cheese.
So
I spray it down my front. Spray it down my pants.
I feel as though the two are actually connected. I don't know. I'm not going there.
Thanks, Carol. You prefer Vegemite, but goes well with cheese. There you go. I think we've. There you go. A feminine perspective on the Black Dog there.
Are you going to have that as your Yahoo review?
Goes well with cheese.
Goes well with cheese. That and a tub of Dairy Lee were well away.
I don't think it's that sort of cheese, Dal.
No, nor do I.
No, brilliant. Well, thank you for that, Elton.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful. Darren,
Yes.
how was
Hello.
your week?
That was my week. Well, pretty quiet, really. There is no long rambling concert commentary or anything for this week.
Thank God.
We're good. We're good. I'm still
No
going
hieroglyphics
on.
we have to decipher
No.
from a gig that you've
No.
been to.
No. No questions like, why was Gerard Ware wearing a Belgian bun on his head?
No.
During singing Pluck Parade? I've no idea. So this week I have been, watching with interest the stuff coming out of Comic-Con that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
At the minute.
Hmm.
And I did done see the Avengers Doomsday trailer. I watched that.
Yes. The desperation cut. Yep.
I've got to say, and it makes me smile every time I see this bit.
Yeah.
And there's only one bit out of that whole sequence that actually interests me at all.
Yeah.
And that's hey buddy.
Yep.
Yeah. That every time the hammer, that makes me smile. That
which would have been an absolutely fantastic reveal if it wasn't in the cocking trailer.
Yeah. That would have been. I actually felt I felt my cockles and my heart warming up when I saw that bit.
You felt your Africa and Marmite warming up.
I
you?
certainly did.
Right.
But apart from a lot of the stuff they talked about, where, and this is another thing that gets me. Some people queued up outside Hall H for 34 hours.
Right.
34 hours.
Is this where they were showing the trailer?
Yeah. Hall H is traditionally, in case you don't know, traditionally the big hall where they do all the
really big ones. Yeah, so
really monstrous ones at the Comic Cons.
So it's like, all the big cast from all the films that turn up on stage and whatever.
Yeah, when you see those, when you see the stage is like sort of 200 feet long and there's about 700 people on the stage and there's like the big screen. Yeah, that's Hall H. And
so you saw the one where they were celebrating the return of the Blazing Squad as well then, did you, Lee? Right, excellent stuff.
Yeah, so solid, so solid. Crew's return. It's been what I've been after for years.
Well, you're done. Right. So the one announcement that I wasn't expecting at all was for Black Panther 3. Right, I didn't realize they were actually making this, or it was already in the process. It's not so much the announcement of the film itself, but it's the announcement for who they've got playing the son of T'Challa, which totally caught me by surprise. And I've got to say, can't think of a better actor for the role.
No, that's fine.
Is it Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
what for Black Panther?
It's Scarlett Johansson. Actually,
it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. who plays everything now. Apparently, something is comic. It's got shades of fucking Gary Oldman in Dracula. That is. Jesus Christ.
God, it's gonna
Anyway, never. No. Steer clear of that. So, looking at that lineup for the Avengers, looking at the trailer, and it's just like. Is this it? Is this the lineup? You've got two supposed superheroes who use wings, as in they've got a wing jetpack on. You got the Falcon and you got the new you got Captain America, and it's like, do we need both of them,
mate? None of it, mate. You don't need any of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and it just seems a little. I can't get excited about the lineup. I just can't. It's just, I don't know.
Can I give you my hot take on that trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
It seemed as if I'd already seen that movie.
Yeah.
I've seen all of those shots before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff before, and I haven't even seen all of the films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet it felt like a retread of everything. So, but
I mean,
that's coming from
yeah.
someone who doesn't watch that stuff.
Yeah. So
Who
Blue
doesn't
Beetle,
like superhero movies.
so you really don't you really don't Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was right in your wheelhouse then when we went started. Yeah, David Johnson was the guy who they've got to do Black Panther.
Yes.
It's the guy from The Long Walk and Alien Romulus.
He was the best thing in The Long Walk as far as I'm concerned.
And Alien Romulus.
And Alien Romulus. He's absolutely top class, that bloke. He really is. Really good actor. And I'm really happy that he's got that role. You know? Because it'll actually make me want to go and watch it, seeing as he's in it. So,
yeah, I don't care about any of it. I not necessarily just Black Panther. I just this week has seen me have something of an epiphany when it comes to superhero movies. But we'll get to that in a minute.
We certainly will.
Is that where Blade Runner Boss came from as well?
Yeah, Blade Runner Boss. Blade Runner Boss Orange. Yeah.
For people that don't know what Blade Runner Boss is, I maybe I wasn't wearing my glasses. What's the number underneath? 2099. It looks like it's written Boss.
Yeah, it's too small.
So as far as I'm concerned now, it's Blade Runner Boss.
Yeah, exactly. It's Blade Runner perfume shop. Yeah, I mean, we all saw that trailer. What did we think of that?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, Blade Runner itself is, very deep, and there's a bit of a run up to it. Although, if the same team who got hold of Alien Earth has had anything to do with this, then that may just go all out the window.
Well, that may actually just cause me to just actually expire. You haven't seen 2049 yet, have you, Elton?
No, I haven't.
Right.
No.
Okay. I was just going to say, because I guess when this thing comes out in November, we'll do a little special on it, like we did with Alien Earth.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm well up for that.
Cool. Okay, well, that's that. Anything else, Dal? I mean, caught your eye or anything interested?
Let's see. I'm interested in the TV show Lanterns as well. Looking forward to seeing how that turns out. The bigger trailer that they showed for it, they've really kind of opened up about the show now, about sort of like the supposed plot and who's going to be in it, and and what. So I'm really quite looking forward to that.
Yeah. So
I think it's August the 25th or something like that. It comes out.
Yeah, on HBO /Now TV /Sky.
Indeed. So I've got my subscription.
Excuse me,
for Now TV. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Cool.
There you go. Was there anything else?
The only thing that interested me on the thing was the trailer for Reacher.
Oh God, yes!
Big man, punch people, make music go. I mean, that's essentially it. Thanks very much. Signed up. See you in August.
That's fine by me. I actually thought they were announcing a Reacher movie. It's like, oh,
no, dad action does me. Thanks very much. Job's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that in the trailer when you've got like bad guys making big speeches and he just goes "fuck off." That's his response. Or, no. He proceeds to punch people.
Yeah, exactly. Big man punch people. That's the entire plot.
Yep, and we love it.
Yep, that's it. Simple plot. Perfectly executed. Thanks very much.
In fact, if they just made a show, right, it did 12 episodes of just Alan Richardson just walking around, just hitting somebody who just looks a bit off, and no dialogue, no plot, I'd sit and watch that.
Well, actually, when we have a break, watch his movie trailer for Motor City, which is coming out.
Okay.
It has actually got only 4 lines of dialogue and is just Alan Richardson going around punching people for 2 hours.
Love it.
So, yeah, we'll see about that.
Good stuff.
Get to test your theory.
Indeed.
Right, anything else?
No, that's it. I am
lovely.
Done.
Okie dokie. Well, then it's on to my week. My week, I have been watching some shit. And by some shit, I mean shit. We'll start off with the latest piece, the furthest away piece of shit I watched, which was Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day.
Oh, okay.
If you got hold of every X-Files episode and every UFO thing that you could think of, Project UFO, Blue Book, whatever it is, if you could get hold of every thing that has come out since Roswell 1947, which is, even Ant and Dec's fucking alien autopsy comedy show, right?
Yeah. God,
get it
scared
all
the crap out of me. Oh no, there was a film of that as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. But Ant and Dec did one where did a comedy movie.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine you take all of that, you stick it in a blender. Then what you do is you make everyone utterly unlikable. Then what you do is you take reality, even like the basic premise of reality, and then what you do is you pick it up in your hand, you look at it and you go, fuck off, and you lob it out the window. Then what you do is you take good dialogue and good sense and you nurture it, you pick it up, you hold it in your hands like a little fluffy bunny. You think, this will make my characters much more likable and the whole situation much more relatable. And then what you do is you throw it out the window. And then what you do is you take sense, reason, anything that could even make you engage with this at all on any level, and you throw it out the window. Disclosure Day is the most naive, stupid, and incredibly insulting UFO conspiracy film I think I've ever watched. And the reason I say that is because it's Spielberg. So you think, here's a man who basically launched an entire genre of aliens come to Earth, evil G-men going looking for them. Are they good? Are they bad? What's their motives? We don't know. And then what they did was they got David Koepp to write the bloody screenplay.
Oh, Jesus.
And David Koepp wrote Jurassic Park, but he didn't write Jurassic Park. That was Michael Crichton. What David Koepp did was just took the story and adapted it. Then what David Koepp did was a load of other movies, all of them with flaws in them, unless they were adapted from other books, like Carlito's Way, for example. When he does things on his own, you get things like that bollocks I watched the other day, Cold Storage, and this is the same thing. You get characters just walk up and go, I know a thing, I'm going to do a thing, I'm going to tell everyone this thing, and everyone is going to believe me because I'm saying this thing on telly. And everyone in the world goes, yes, we believe you because it is on the telly. It's like, we live in a world, right, where for the past 25 years, nobody has watched anything on the TV or the internet without saying fake news or I don't believe it or hey, I've got a conspiracy theory about this. We can't even agree that there's a bloody guy in the American Congress who's actually alive right now.
Yeah.
And he's apparently in hospital and they've released 2 pictures of him and nobody believes shit about that.
No.
And yet we're supposed to believe that once everyone knows that aliens exist, everyone will just understand, and everyone will believe it because it's on their phones and on their tellies, and it's just so simple-minded, childish nonsense that I honestly think it was insulting, and it was simple, and there was no nuance, there was no attempt at wonder, which Spielberg does. It's just fucking bilge. You just sit there going, oh, okay. The G-men are all after everyone because they've stolen all this stuff. And, a guy will run into a newsroom with, and I quote, several thousand terabytes of information. And the news channel will go, oh yeah, just download it to our server and we'll push it out to every news channel around the world. And it's like, right, what, without fact checking it? Without looking at it? Without, completely unedited? What if this whole thing was 2 million gigabytes of fucking Collins Bear video? Thanks for fuck all. I mean, no one. I've worked in the newsroom. I've seen all the shit they do before they put anything on the air. Yeah, apparently, Magic Man will walk through a door, pour out a load of fucking USBs and say, put it on the servers and tell everyone around the world to play this now to every feed they've got. And everyone in this newsroom doesn't go, security. What they do is go, yes, it must be important. Just tell everyone. Fuck off. Stupid. It was like CBeebies does the X-Files.
Oh,
it's the stupidest thing. So that was that. Then, let's just go to my Letterboxd. Then what I did was I watched Supergirl.
Okay.
And here's where my superhero thing starts to go. Now, this film, for whatever reason, I don't understand, has become a lightning rod.
Yeah.
People go, oh, it's the greatest film ever. Oh, it's the worst film ever. Do you know what it is? It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. The movie.
It's okay.
There is nothing spectacular about it. There's nothing interesting about it. There's no bigger, wider message about in there. The villain is one of the worst, most pitifully fucking presented bad guys I've seen in anything. He just sort of like, his whole thing is he turns up and goes, ooh, I'm talking in slightly Russian. And then it's like, and then he fucking kills someone.
Mad.
Look at me, I'm mad. Exactly. And then he just wanders off. And Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa were good in their roles, but the film wasn't good enough to support them.
Yeah.
Exactly. I came away from it thinking, oh, is that it? I didn't come away thinking it's the greatest thing ever. And I didn't come away thinking it's the worst thing ever. I just came away thinking it's been some time. Things happened. Mostly brown.
We live in a world of either 1 star or 5 star, though. That's the problem.
It's an aggressively 2.5 star out of 5 movie. You can pick holes in it and you can laud certain things in it, but none of it will tip the balance past. It's all right if you like that sort of thing. And I honestly was looking forward to it because I thought, you know what, it could be good to have a slightly more anarchic Superman kind of thing. And I know the story. I know Woman of Tomorrow. I haven't read it, but yeah. And I just thought, fine. But it just seems to be, she goes here. There's a fight.
You haven't read it?
No, don't try and explain it to me.
No. I was going to say you and the writers actually they come out and admitted they didn't actually read the graphic novel anything like that. They just saw some images and took their kind of points from there.
But if I might make a suggestion, even if they had read it, I don't think they'd do much with it. The direction is pretty sort of bland, like he's being directed by someone else. It's almost like everything's done by macro. Oh, we're 10 minutes in, needle drop, fight.
Yeah.
20 minutes in, needle drop, fight. 30 minutes in, character must have crisis of conscience / weakening. 40 minutes in, character must get strong again, needle drop, fight. It was like a flow chart. I was just watching a flow chart, and I was just like going, okay. I could actually see the Warner Brothers execs all sitting around a fucking table with 2 whiteboards and a load of Post-it notes going, this tests well, this doesn't. This tests well, this doesn't. How about this? How about this? It just was just a focus group blandathon. I just came away from it thinking, this I've seen a million times before. And I couldn't get excited or disappointed about it one way or the other. In fact, that's worse than Disclosure Day, because Disclosure Day had me actually spitting bullets, whereas this just had me go, huh, okay. Could have been doing something else, like clearing the dishwasher out, I suppose. I wonder if that fox has broken into my food waste again. Yeah, it just wasn't registering on a level at all. It was just completely. It was like brown noise, and ironically, considering most of it seems to be brown, it's a fucking brown movie. But anyway, yeah. So that was just whatever. It was just whatever, the movie. And if people want to stick their fucking politics right wing or left wing to it, fucking fair play to you, but fucking why? There's other films to do that with. Which brings me to the next film, which is the big one, Odyssey.
Oh.
So I have seen this. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Okay. Do you intend to see it? I'll take that as a no.
I've got a problem with somebody shooting a movie and only putting it into and shooting it especially for IMAX and not giving a shit about any other format. So it's like, there's like about, I don't know, 6 IMAX cinemas throughout the country. Probably not even that.
There's 40 in the entire world and only 1 in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
But can't they use that footage and screen it on any screen they want to because of that shape of that footage?
They can.
Yes.
But I was watching the Commode and Mayo non-spoiler review of it, and Mark Commode saw it. Not Simon Mayo saw it in the normal format, and he said he felt like there was something missing. Possibly the top of Tom Holland's head. I think it was in one scene.
No. I know who he's talking about, but it wasn't Tom Holland. It's Agamemnon, who's presented as basically Darth Vader. But
oh right, okay.
So on the format notes, I will just say this: there's a lot been made of it, and I went to see it in View Screen Epic, which is kind of that one which is just slightly taller, but not. It's what they call Limax, not IMAX.
Yeah.
And it made, I think, for all of the hoo-ha about it, it made very little difference.
Right.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. Everything's centered on the frame. It will look just as good on an iPhone as it does on an IMAX. I think what you lose is you'll lose the impact of certain things. There's scenes with, for example, the oft quoted Cyclops scene.
Yeah.
When he walks through the fucking door, you think that is a big fucker, and I don't think I want to be anywhere near that thing. And the sense of scale it gives you is quite amazing. However, that's one scene in a nearly 3-hour movie, and I don't think the whole IMAX hoo-ha is anything more than a technical experiment. And it's fine. If that's what you want, go for it. Go sit. Go wait until. I mean, I think now the wait in
It's way into August.
No, it's now September. If you want to go and see it at the
Fucking
Waterloo IMAX, the biggest IMAX, it is it is now September the 9th.
Christ.
So if that's what you want to do, I am not going to yuck your yum and say don't go and see it. I think it would look impressive in that sort of scale. But I honestly think seeing it in a normal screen, as big as you can get it, will look equally as impressive. Because I got one seat at the far back corner on the right-hand side, as far back as I could go, and it still looked impressive. All you got to say is big screen, loud sound system.
Yeah.
So I would cast that whole IMAX bollocks out the window, because it talks to a problem that I did have with the movie, which is I spent so much time looking at how impressive everything was, and there was a lot of impressive stuff, visually and audibly, that I didn't give a flying fuck about any of the characters. And there's no spoilers here because it's in the trailer. But, there's also the hilarious... It gets hilarious where it shouldn't do, which is essentially repeats of Odysseus and his men turn up at an island, shit goes sideways very quickly, runs back to the boat.
Sounds like the Walking Dead, basically.
Yeah. He goes to another island, shit goes sideways really quickly, runs back to the boat, loses a couple of men. Goes to another island, shit goes sideways, runs back to the boat, loses a couple of men. Yeah.
I've played that video game.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, once I noticed it, because they do break it up with lots of stuff going back on in Ithaca and all this kind of stuff, but once they do that, I couldn't get out of my head, and I apologize for anyone who's going to see this film now and hears this. But after the second time, I was just thinking there should be Neil Innes in the background going, "Quickly, brave Odysseus, ran away. Brave, 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 brave Odysseus. He's sneaking away and buggering up and running away and sneaking around, and bravely he is throwing in the towel." I mean, there's so many times where he goes up a beach and then suddenly something goes fucking wrong really fucking quickly. Whether it's a cyclops, giants, witches, you name it, it's all there. And he gets caught with it every time. And it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And every time there's a 5-minute sequence of whatever it is comes stomping down the beach while everyone's trying to scramble into their boat. And the music's going, dun, 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 and you're like, didn't anyone think that maybe we just send like 1 or 2 people in?
Yeah.
Like, just minimize their losses here.
Send the fastest runner. There we go, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that said, the story is interesting. The actors are really good. As soon as you see Robert Pattinson, you instantly, without so much as him opening his mouth, want to punch him in the bollocks until he squeals like a pig. He is a slimy, evil little shit. And there's lots of stuff like that where you can really get invested. But they're bits. And I just sat there going, wow, look at the filming, look at the scenery, look at the sets, look at the monsters. Because the monsters are done really well. And all this stuff is going on. And all the time you're looking at it going, this is amazing. But it's only like, well, I saw it on the Sunday, and now it's like Tuesday. And I'm sitting here going, oh, I see the point of it now. I see the reasons for this, and I understand why they said this and why this and that happened. And it's kind of like a slow drip feed of the film. But it does have the thing which seems to happen in most Nolan movies now, which is you get to about the last 20 minutes of the film, and then one character will stop the film dead and just explain the theme.
Right.
You know, like in Interstellar, it's like they're hidden away. They don't know which way to go. They're lost. It's all gone wrong. And then Anne Hathaway goes, "It's all about love, and it's where you believe you need to go with love. Love is what's the guiding principle here." And then she sort of monologues for 5 minutes about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's your theme, ding, 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 ding. And then you get the same thing with Oppenheimer, where he sort of like goes, "I close my eyes and I don't exist outside of myself." And, he's like, yes, you're explaining that nothing exists until you see it. And now that you've seen the bomb you've created, you know the impact of your work. All these kind of things. Every Nolan film has it. And then in this one, you have a character do exactly that. I did this thing and I did that thing and I saw this and I saw that and I didn't and I couldn't face it and blah, blah, blah. So it's got all the same Nolan problems. If you watch a Nolan film and you think, I don't gel with Interstellar, I don't gel with Oppenheimer, I don't really get Tenet, then this film isn't going to change your mind on that side of things.
Right.
If you go to it, though, and go, the fucking Trojan horse, Jesus H. Christ, the fucking giants, the evil fucking, the Cyclops is just like, oh my, all these scenes, if that's what you're going for, fucking have at it.
Yeah.
But if you are looking for emotional connection, unless you get the emotional connection from these later movies, like Oppenheimer, like Tenet, like Interstellar, if those don't gel with you emotionally, this isn't going to change your mind, because this is exactly the same. He lays everything out like a fucking Haynes manual, and then finally comes to the very end and has one character just explain it at you.
Yeah.
And you either are already there and you understand it and you're into it, or you're sitting there going, well, it was pretty and it was loud and it was impressive, but I didn't care. And that's how I came out of it on the Sunday. But as I've sat here over the last couple of days, I've got more into it, and then I've sort of gone down a rabbit hole looking at there's a guy called Tom Thorogood who does deep dives on films. And if you listen to him explain the film back at you, you go, oh, that makes sense now. Oh, I understand now. Oh, yes, of course. So I would be inclined to watch it again, but I'm not going to go and sit there and wait until September to see it in an IMAX. I'll probably just see it on streaming, or I'll just go to a small showing some other time. But I tell you one thing, if you've got anyone with you who is sensitive to sound, do not sit next to the speakers. Do carry some earplugs in, because I tell you what, the guy, before the film came on, a guy actually came out from the cinema and spotlighted himself like they do at the IMAX, and he said, "This is a very loud movie." He literally said that to the audience. And there's a bit with the Cyclops where it roars.
Yeah.
And no joking, I literally felt like I was getting sort of like those harmonics that make glass turn to liquid. It was just like kind of through me. And as I was saying to Elton earlier on, it's like, it's like he's listened to all those comments about people saying, "Oh, I couldn't hear the dialogue in Interstellar, or I couldn't hear the dialogue in Oppenheimer, I couldn't hear the dialogue in Tenet." And he's gone, "You want to fucking hear the dialogue? You want to fucking hear the dialogue? Fucking get hold of that!" And he's literally chivved like an extra couple of numbers into the dashboard and just fucking shoved all the sliders to maximum. This doesn't just go up to 11; it's gone up to 12. I mean, my ears were bleeding at one point. I just thought, "Fucking hell!" And at one point, there was this very young couple sitting beside me, and this woman couldn't leave her phone alone. And she did it in the Cyclops scene, and I went, "Turn it off." And then she did it again, and I went, "What's wrong with you? Turn it off." And then I tried to do it again, but this was during the scene with the sirens. And
Right.
the sound is
You're stood up screaming at her.
pretty much. It was so fucking loud. And I went, what the fuck is wrong with you? Turn the fucking phone off. And literally, I don't think I disturbed the people in the row in front of me.
Christ.
It is a loud movie when it needs to be. And she did obviously, she scuttled out. She left the cinema at that point.
Just fuck off. I'll tell you what, give me your 20 quid that you were going to spend on a ticket,
Mm.
because I'll put it to better use than you are.
Yeah, well, that's what I no. Once she worked that out, and I was a bit pissed at that point.
I don't understand people that...
No, I don't either. Especially considering the cinema in Bromley, the View Cinema in Bromley, the Limax there, is actually underground. You can't get a signal. So I don't even know what she was fucking looking at. You can't get a signal out. You're like literally 4 floors underneath a car park.
Yeah.
So what were you doing? Checking your phone for the clock? I mean, in which case, fuck off. So yeah, so there was that. And then in a complete last minute whiplash, I came out of seeing the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then I went home, and that evening I watched Masters of the Universe.
Right, okay.
A tonal shift so strong that I nearly ripped my own head off.
Yeah. How did we find Masters of the Universe anyway?
I'll be honest with you. I
Yeah.
sat there watching it, and there were bits of it I actually laughed at. I'm not going to
same
lie.
here.
There were, especially Skeletor. It's the best Jared Leto's ever been, but the homoerotic stuff, done to go over kids' heads.
Yeah.
I thought was just, it was perfectly on the range of camp that I think it worked really well. There you are, you stand there with your beefy pecs and your sword dangling between your thighs.
Did you like the dream sequence?
The dream sequence with Skeletor as a fucking HR manager. Okay. Yeah. So all of that stuff, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't mad, but it was fun. It could have been more mad. I think it could have lent into that a little bit more, but it was fun. And anyway, I'm sitting there on the sofa. I'm looking at Carol, and she's got a face like thunder, and I'm thinking, oh shit. I picked the wrong one here. Got to the very end, and she went, I loved that. And I'm
what?
Like, exactly. My brain did a backflip. I'm like, am I dead? Have I passed out? Are you okay?
Are you that meme with the John C. Riley?
Yeah,
with the big
Steve
hair.
Steve Rule, looking left and right, going, what? Yeah. So she had a good time with it. But I tell you one thing, and this is going to make me sound like a proper snob, and I apologize for this because I can hear it in myself rolling my own eyes if I was listening to this.
Yeah.
But after watching the Odyssey and seeing actual sets with actual sand and actual dirt and actual trees and actual walls and actual rock, watching Masters of the Universe and fucking was it fucking Supergirl and the film we're about to watch, it took everything down a notch straight away, because suddenly you can see how flat and boring everything is filmed with these volumes and these green screens. And normally I'm kind of slightly oblivious to it, bizarrely. But once you see something, there's actual sea there. There's actually waves. There's actually a boat. There's actually sky, and there are actually dolphins coming out of the actual ocean. And then all of a sudden you go to fucking Supergirl, and it's like, oh, here's a plastic model of a man driving a taxi. It's like, oh, here's a brown background projected onto a brown set, which is basically a brown chair with a brown light flying through it. It's like, oh, all right. So yeah, that I sound poncy, but Yeah, Odyssey might have broken me for a few films. And then we watched Blue Beetle. Yeah. Which we will review shortly. But before that,
it's feedback time.
yeah, so we had a little bit of feedback from for the Forbin project, Colossus the Forbin project. The first one was from Ian Spaceship Stead, who said, "This is a good one. Sits in my list of top 70 science fiction watching list, along with Demon Seed, Phase 4, and others. This is what happens when you create a true AI, general intelligence it's called, not fancy pocket calculator stuff like generative AI or large language models, etc., that are prone to hallucinations, incorrect information, and outright slop generation. This is the AI we should be afraid of. It thinks for itself. It knows how many fingers a human hand has. It can outthink us fleshy meat sacks easily. I recall a line from Neuromancer, I think, where they talk about AI and how most corporations fit in a kill switch, or as they put it, an EMP shotgun that fires as soon as an AI gets ideas above its station. These idiots in the film do nothing like this, and I get the feeling that people creating real AI are not fitting a kill switch either. We are fucked. The AI fans often say that what happens in sci-fi won't happen in real life. Skynet, for example, that's just pure scaremongering bullshit. Pure scaremongering bullshit. Only the other day, the bloke on the front line of the Ukraine was talking about how some parts of the front are being held by drones, but soon some of the drones will be using AI. Anywho, good show, but Blue Beetle, you could have had Operation Hail Mary, and it has spaceships. Yeah, we could have. We didn't. Did we, Dal?
No, we didn't.
Is that on
No.
streaming?
What? Project Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it
is
is.
Masters of the Universe as well.
Yes, and so is Masters of the Universe. Yeah.
Is it to buy or is it actually
Just to
free.
stream and watch on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Jeffrey Mike Hyman also chimes in and goes, interesting to hear Lee talk about The Furious. It's been a hot topic in the martial arts movie circles I follow. It sounds like my fear that it was being overhyped was groundless. Better hurry up and see it myself. Yes, you should.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to say that. I
Fucking
did watch
good
that. I
Did you?
watch it. Yes.
Did you? What did you think?
Yes. Fucking nuts.
It's Looney Tunes, the movie, isn't it?
It is. I will say, because I sat there watching it with my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, that end fight was a bit long, wasn't it?"
The 2 versus 2 versus 1.
Yeah, it's player 17 has entered the game.
Yeah.
What
Wild card,
the fuck?
bitches. Yeah, wild card, bitches. Yeah, I thought it was crazy. Go nuts! It just made me laugh.
It's just fucking. It's mental. Just it's off his fucking knockers.
Yeah. Okay. Ian Stead comes back again and says, "I read MCR, My Chemical Romance, as MCU, and it did confuse me because I did. For those of you who didn't know, I released an MCR plus review." An MCR negative review, as in there was a podcast without Darren's 45-minute gibbering about hieroglyphs and killer clowns, but there was a version that did have the full unexpurgated mad cheese ravings.
Nice.
Yes.
On the subject of health, Jim was talking about his health and the flesh-eating viruses. Ian continues, I had cellulitis a few weeks back, weird shivers, rigor as the GP told me, eased off, fell ill with flu-like symptoms. Next day, not too bad, but still ill. Then I noticed here we go. Hope nobody's eating. Then I noticed my leg, red like the sunburn, blotches, orange peel, feel very swollen. I left it a day, went to the GP, who said, you should have come in yesterday.
Oh, God.
I assumed it was sunstroke, sunburn or something, but no. And cellulitis can get bad. Taking intravenous antibiotics, etc. The worrying thing is I felt better after the initial effect. Anywho, sorted after a course of antibiotics. And then there is a conversation which you can follow on the Facebook group where he and Jim are talking about cellulitis and and all sorts of stuff. So follow that. I won't read it all out to you because I tell you what, you might need to be not eating. Anyway, yes. Then where is it? There's one other thing. Oh, and then Mark Jeffrey Hyman chimes up again with why are 70s dystopian? Why is dystopian 70s sci-fi so obnoxiously prescient? As in, on the fucking money.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, go on.
Just a quick aside. I'm surprised we didn't do this last week with the Colossus. What do you guys think about having a sequel?
A sequel?
Now.
A sequel or a remake?
No, a sequel. So you've had the oppression underneath the AI for decades.
Yeah.
And to see what it's like now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what sort of story you could make from it. I mean, I guess you could have people rebelling.
Yeah, it's the rise up, isn't it?
Yeah. Or you could just have sort of like a THX 1138 kind of thing where everyone's drones underneath some big overlord.
Yeah.
Or have you ever read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
I've I recently the audiobook's on YouTube and I listened to that on there. That's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of your ultimate endpoint for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There is a point and click adventure you can get for the PC as well, based on that. Yeah, I think it's either a quid or it's free.
So what do? You just play someone who's been molded into a monkey, shagging another person who's been molded into a monkey by an evil AI?
I have no idea. I've not actually played the game at all. So
okay. Well,
wasn't that an Alfred Bester book?
No. Oh God.
Was it Harlan Ellison?
I was going to say I think it's Ellison, but I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah, it's weird. I listened to that about maybe 2 months ago for the very first time. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. Harlan Ellison.
It is Harlan Ellison.
Yes, it is. 1967.
Wow.
Oh dear. Yeah. I to be quite honest, why are 70s films so nihilistic and on the money?
Some of the TV shows were not exactly brilliant. Nigel Neal stuff, for instance.
Quatermass.
Yeah, I've got that series over there. I've got
the John Mills one.
The John Mills one. I've got the Blu-ray of it, and what it does is it gives you several different versions, and one of them being you can just watch the whole thing in one go. No credits or anything like that during each episode. It's just done like 1 3.5 hour movie.
Right.
So it's just like, I am going to do this. I've had this for a while, this Blu-ray. I've not actually gone ahead and watched it. It's got an awful lot of extras on there as well about the creation.
Oh, yeah.
Of it. Yeah, and the explanations of various things. I think it's even got a booklet in there as well. It's about 10 pages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really good value for money.
Cool. Okay.
Isolated scores and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Be worth a look. Lovely. Right. I think we'll leave it there. If anybody has any other feedback and wants to send it into the usual channels. Go either on the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast, or send us in an email, feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. Or you can just hit me up on Blue Sky, cartoonbeardy.bsky.social. Right. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be doing Blue Beetle. Another green screen superhero movie. Yay. Right, The Blue Beetle is a 2023 American superhero film based on the DC Comics character Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle, and is directed by some sort of cuttlefish, because that's the only way you could get that much color and light trying to transmit information into your eyes. Oh, sorry. I mean, it's directed by Angel Manuel Soto.
Angela Merkel.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. It's the 14th film in the DC Extended Universe.
Is it?
Apparently.
Oh.
It stars Zolo Manduena, Adriana Braza. Never mind. It stars a lot of people that I probably will have forgotten. Oh, and Susan Sarandon and George Lopez from What We Do in the Shadows. The movie is 127 minutes long, and its budget was roughly $125 million. How much did it make at the box office, Elton?
About 1 million blue and pink LEDs, which have burned the retinas of my eyes, and now I cannot see those colours.
Nice. Darren?
Hopefully, absolutely fuck all.
Well, actually, it not far off. It actually made at the box office worldwide 130.8 million, which means that it did not break the 2.5 times barrier to making profit. In fact, it lost, roughly speaking, about $100 million.
Good.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, no. Anyway, yeah, that's that. So, what film are we doing next week?
Do you know what? I'll be quite happy if we left the review at that and just got on and talked about, Veruca care or something like that. I don't know. Something.
I mean, I guess we should go round the table. I mean, I did spend valuable moments of my life on Earth watching this.
Mm-hmm.
This technicolored nightmare of a movie. So, round the table, what did you think of this? Start with you, Elton.
Oh, this is an easy one. It really is. It was unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
Yeah, it was unpleasant.
Do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like someone in the Victorian era explaining that they were actually inappropriately fondled by the doctor, which was unpleasant.
Yeah. There was some unfortunate fondling. Yeah. Anyway, go on and carry on, Elton.
I found the first half just shouty for no reason whatsoever. And then the second half just... I know it was set in Miami, wasn't it? There were some subtle hints that it was set in Miami.
Well, was it, though? It was set in some magical... Well, DC Universe never sets anything in real world.
No, but it was their version of Miami because, they had the bloody blue LEDs everywhere and the bloody purpley pinky LEDs everywhere.
It was Miami on Hastings. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I have a problem with, well, everything really, but I have a problem with like the YouTubes today. I know this is still my review. Sorry, but
that's right. Fine.
Everything is LEDs, and I think we'll look back on these times. These times are going to be studied anyway for many, many reasons. But we will look back on photos and videos of people on YouTube and TV and films, and there'll just be LED colors everywhere, and it feels so fake. And this is just what we had on the screen with this. It was just, there was no natural light in this film whatsoever, even though it's supposed to be in the sunny part of the world.
Yep. Just
didn't feel anything natural at all in this movie. And I just felt it bounced around between trying to be serious and then trying to take the piss out of itself and have a lot of fun with itself and try and do Deadpool by itself. And then they have like a big dark moment and you're like, I can't take the swings and the roundabouts with this.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah, that's why I say it was unpleasant. It was not a roller coaster ride of either fun or enjoyment or entertainment. It was just uncomfortable and unpleasant.
Okay. Darren. Is that it? Is that
Yeah, disenchanted sigh. I chose this film
yes,
just to make sure.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't just me that would think this is a bit shit, because I was starting to think something was wrong with me. Because when people talk about this film, they're like, "Oh yeah, it was all right, that wasn't it?"
yeah,
And it's like, no, it wasn't all right. What Blue Beetle are you watching? Is there you're watching the Teen Titans, aren't you? That's what it is. Yeah, there we go. You're watching the Teen Titans. You've seen the Blue Beetle on there. It should have been called the Blue Cliche. Everything that is bad about superhero movies is in this fucking film, right? Yep. Okay, if this was a Guitar Hero, a drum version of Guitar Hero, right? I would have got 100% on this, right? For hitting every single beat exactly where it should be, and knowing what the next line in the script would be on certain bits.
Yep.
Okay, you could just feel it. It was like there was a disturbance in the force, and it's like they're going to say this, aren't they? Like, yep, there you go. They said it.
Yep.
What's it? That bit with Susan Sarandon at the beginning. Okay, and it's like, do you think this could be a fake? And she goes, no, I've got a feeling about this one, or something along those lines. I said that line about 5 seconds before she said it.
Yep.
And she said it exactly the same way that I said it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Another thing, a great crime about this as well. It was, let's see, it was, I think it was the main cast were all Latino. It was so this was quite a big, culturally, this is a big film. So it shows how much they gave a shit about that at DC, because they gave them such a shit storyline. It's like, let's do Iron Man, but let's do it shit. How about that? Should we do that? Because we want to try and be different from Marvel. Yeah, but we want to try and emulate their success, but let's do it a little bit differently. Let's make everything shit in this film. Because that'll work, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll draw them in. Let's make it. Let's get and I'll tell you what. Let's have. I mean, because this has never been done before, where the fucking supposed comedy relief is someone you just wouldn't get tired of building a metal staircase for and then kicking them down it. You know?
Yep.
I am talking about George Lopez, the guy who played the uncle there. That character there. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Every time he opened his fucking mouth, I just said, fuck off, you cunt. Just fuck off. Just stop talking. Just stand over there, right? Or out of shot, right? You can say you were still in the film, but just get out of shot and just don't take any part in this.
Yeah.
All right? Shout. The guy's going for a job, and what's he doing? Standing on the truck, shouting out, oh, look at that bunch of zombies. Oh, I want to burn the building to the ground. Yep, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, thanks for the support, Uncle Shithead. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Just everything. And it's like, I'm an hour in, right? Okay, I'm an hour and something like 20 minutes in. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, how is there still an hour of this to go? What the fuck are you going to do? Get near the end of it. It's like, how is there still half an hour of this? Everything's been dealt with now. What are we doing? What is this? Unless there's some kind of, 15-minute fucking post-credit sequence, I just don't understand what we're still doing here.
Yeah.
It was a fucking joke. No wonder the fucking MC or DCEU or whatever the fuck it was called crashed and burned. It's just like people just stopped caring. Just like, no, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I mean, go into my take of it before we get into spoilers, but I don't think there's even something you can spoil. I think the thing there was twofold things that really bothered me with this film. Firstly, that somewhere along the line there was a script which was about anti-capitalism, about anti-imperialism, about colonialism, about cultural appropriation, about lower classes and upper classes. There was an intelligent idea at the core of it. But then what happened was they get so hung up on sort of, I'm not going to say representation because that's not fair. The problem was that they then dropped in a load of stereotypes.
God, did they?
So you can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and go, here's our story, here's representation, here's our characters. They are from a new culture that you don't normally see in this kind of movie. Let's go for it. Okay? But then straight away you're into, Mamacita's Nana's got like fucking secret gun skills and and everyone's talking over each other and everyone's sassy with a capital S.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that obviously it's not my cultural understanding of things. So fine. I'm not going to criticize it or dink it for that. But there comes a point where it goes so over the top and so loud and so mad with these kind of like, really serious themes, but then delivered in a really stupid, asinine way. And then with, like I say, with the sort of like, here's our Latino heritage is sort of sprinkled in, but we've turned them up to 11. I mean, it was all but having fucking Speedy Gonzalez come in and just start saying Arriba, Reeby, Yeppa, Yeppa and fucking whizzing around. Yeah. It was just like, no. Again, I don't want to get into superhero comparison charts, but if you look at was it Black Panther?
Yep.
Right? You got the Afrofuturism thing, right? Which is delivered as a kind of, here it is, here's what it is, here's what everyone's like. Just accept it. You don't have to have sort of like stereotypes. You don't have to have a big hoo-ha about it. You just go, this is the world. You do the Spider-Man thing for the new sort of Tom Holland Spider-Man. You just go, it's already happened. Yeah. This is just here. It's just a thing we accept. Whereas Blue Beetle went back to the old formula of 90s superheroes of you have to have the crazy characters. You have to have, we're trying to say something serious so everyone feels like they're a grown-up thing. Yep. And then what they do is they get, as soon as you get the super suit or superpowers engaged, you then have crazy scene where powers are learnt, crazy scene where powers are abandoned, character falls, character rises back up, a reflective character, as in a character that is exactly the same as the lead villain, the lead hero, with exactly the same powers, comes into play. They fight to a standstill. Hero learns a message. The hero learns learns a lesson. Bad guy dies. The film ends. Crazy scenes at the end to go, ha ha ha, hands on hips, ha ha ha. And the film ends. And for me, Blue Beetle was the total distillation of this. You know what I was saying before about seeing Masters Universe and Supergirl?
Yeah.
And you go, and all of them, you go, here's a box, I will tick it. Here's a flowchart, I will tick it. This, and I'm not just talking about cultural stuff, I'm just talking about in general superhero stuff. Blue Beetle is so, it's like when someone loads up a fucking Word template for a letter, and it just says, Dear Space, So, insert sincere message here. Sorry to hear about insert sincere platitudes here. You have not been insert job name here. Thank you for your interest. Signed, insert person's name here. And it's just like, it's so utterly rote and so utterly bland in its delivery of everything that you feel like you could actually just skip scenes and not lose anything. And
funny you should say that.
yeah, well,
how many did you do?
yeah,
it got to a point where I sat there hitting that 10-second leap button, right? So many times I looked like Woody Woodpecker on Uppers.
Really?
Yeah, I just went tap, 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 tap. This thing's not finished. Tap, 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 tap. This is the. Let me just stop. Yeah, inspirational speech. Tap, tap, tap.
This
tap,
is
tap,
your
tap,
film.
Tap.
You should be watching this.
Mm.
I had to speed through some of it. It got to me that much.
Well, I will say one thing. I did speed through one bit.
I even put it at 1.5 at one point.
No, I didn't.
I'm playing this game wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Forget it. We're in spoiler zone now. Hold on. There we go. Spoilers! So, I was watching the whole film, being progressively more and more bored with it.
Yeah.
And what made it worse was going back to what you were saying, Elton, about the pinks and the blues.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like it was trying to grab your attention at every turn with flashing lights and shouting.
Yeah.
And like I said before, with after watching Odyssey and seeing like, here's a real set, here's real people having real conversations, even if they're in like the fucking 2,000 years ago kind of thing, they are still having actual conversations. Here's a special effect that isn't going, hello, I'm a special effect. It's just a fucking thing that's there. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw that, and then I went to fucking Masters of the Universe and Supergirl, and then this, all I just saw was, it was like watching a Technicolor weather report. Because there was no depth to it. I mean, what was behind Blue Beetle 90% of the time could have just been a fucking weather chart saying South Downs 15 or fucking squally winds in the North Sea. I mean, there was nothing there of any depth, emotional connection, or reality whatsoever. Everything was super saturated, turned up to 11. The music was obnoxiously, hey, we're all in the future. Wow. Oh dear, I've fallen face first on this moog. I've fallen down the stairs with this stylophone. And then the suit talks to him. Oh, it's Iron Man. Oh, look, he's learning his new powers. Oh, it's flown him up into space. Iron Man. Yeah. Oh, he's flown them down. He's smashing into walls. He's doing this, that, and the other. Oh, he's doing this. He's doing the we don't kill. Oh, isn't it noble?
Oh, look, he's gone off to the spirit realm and he's talking to his dad. Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah, kill mode Spider-Man, no way from home.
By the way, the bit where I hit the 10-second thing was when he went to the spirit room.
No, the bit where I hit the 10-second thing was when he started fighting the bad guy.
Oh.
Because
yeah,
I genuinely got bored after the first two punches because it became like punch, punch, rockets, lasers, and no matter what he was doing or what the bad guy was doing or what he was doing, no one was being damaged by anything. It was just like, oh, I've been smashed into a car. And he goes, "Ooh, oh, I've been smashed into a wall. Ah!" And then 5 seconds later, they're up and doing it again. Oh, he's firing a blue beam now. He's firing a red beam now.
Yep.
Do you like his little WWE moment there where he's on the ground and he's like his suit's all torn and that, and then suddenly he finds he's got this
The people's finger or something.
Yeah, right up the people's fucking arsehole.
Yeah.
He gets up and he does the big beam and it's like, oh, he's this bloke was just kicking his ass, but now somebody said something about the cut of his suit and he's just he's all annoyed now. Look at him.
It is so utterly uninspired.
It's the watered down version of the greatest hits of all superhero movies, all rolled into one. That's all it is. It's superhero movie 101. And it's such a shame that they used like this cast for it, and I feel like it was a wasted opportunity where they could have actually created something there. But as you say, it is just a very thin template of a movie, and we want to get this character on the screen. We don't care how it's done. That's all it was.
Yeah, and I think the big shame is that yes, we haven't seen that many Latino superheroes. In fact, I can't name any. So what does that tell you? Great, okay, we need more. Fine, but if you're going to do it,
do it right. Do it well.
Do it right. Don't just suddenly present comedy Latino family. It's like, and don't try and make them so sassy that any sympathy you might have for them in the situation they're in goes out the fucking window.
Oh, can you please stop talking about your family being your fucking superpower or some bullshit like that?
But that goes back to the original point, is that is just a play on every superhero movie in the last 30 years. Yeah, I know.
All the time.
It's like,
are you glad to have a family? Yeah. This is my family. Oh, I love my family.
Yeah. Or using Interstellar as an example, rage against the die, and they're like, okay, fine. 5 minutes later, rage against the fucking hell. Okay,
why did you say that name?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just like it's such a cookie cutter movie that if it wasn't trying so hard to get your attention, it probably would have been fine. But the problem is it plays so hard on certain stereotypes, which it obviously doesn't want to do, because what it immediately does is fall into all those stereotypes. Oh, we got the sassy mamacita, we got the daughter, who goes for dumps in rich white
the sister,
people's toilets.
She
the
can
sister
fucking die in a fire, as far as I'm concerned. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's that whole thing of I'm sassy and I'm proud, and then all of a sudden I'm doing something wrong and I get caught for it and go, it's like, fine, I understand. You get like Peter Parker, he doesn't deliver his pizzas on time, he gets fired from a job. I get it. But if your character motivation is, I went for a dump in a really rich person's toilet and they fired me,
and then you're a bitch about it outside and being all sassy with the person who could possibly give you another job straight away.
Yeah.
And you're giving lip, and you're like, well, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever.
Yeah, the whole every person is against me thing is, again, I don't have that lived experience of being a Latino person in a all white area or a gentrified area. I don't have that experience, so I don't know. But the point is, you can't. If it doesn't matter what race you are, what color, creed, or anything is, if your characters are deliberately self-sabotaging, whatever they're doing, you can't be expected to suddenly like them. And if you're not going to like them, and they're part of the hero team, it's like, what the fuck? Who am I rooting for here?
Yeah.
Do you think it's playing it too safe by copying all the other superhero movies?
I
Because
think it was just cobbled together really quickly. That's it.
I think so too. I think that's exactly it. I don't think it's. I mean, playing safe is obviously one of the things, because, like I say, in the middle of it, at the very heart of it, before it gets paved over, is a story about, small communities being oppressed by large corporations and gentrification and, like I say, colonialism, imperialism, all that kind of stuff. But it literally is only paid lip service.
yeah,
And so because of that, and because it gets thrown into the background in favor of, here's something neon and blue firing a neon and blue light at something red, which is firing a red light at something else, it just gets lost. The message gets lost, the story gets lost, and so they, as you say, they play it safe. Every single beat of that movie could be pulled from any other superhero film from the last 30 years.
well, yeah. When I say playing it safe, I mean when even I recognise when the Blue Beetle shot up into space and got high. I remember Iron Man going high and all of a sudden shutting down, and then having to like reboot when he comes back down. And they just did that. And how many times have we seen Superman go up there and go and just kind of float there for a little bit, look and gaze over the curvature of the earth, and then fly back down? I've seen that shot a million times. I've seen the 20-minute CGI battle between two fake people that are just living in a computer. Why am I watching that? It's just a cutscene from a video game. That's all that is. I've seen the mask break so many times in modern culture. How many times have we seen Spider-Man have his face torn off, or I don't know, Wolverine or Darth Vader as well?
I was going to say Darth Vader in the fucking Obi-Wan movie, and the Obi-Wan thing.
We've seen that a billion times, and
That's
yet they're
to show
like
the person underneath. It's symbolic.
I know. It's just we've done it though.
Did you notice how shit the mask was when they did that? How out of proportion with the rest of his head it was.
Yeah, his eye was way out.
Yep. And the head, it's almost like it was sat lightly on top of his head, because it just seems got like, does your head go all the way up inside that top bit?
But I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, to show you the difference and to compare, I mean, you look at the Iron Man bit, flies up into space, freezes, falls, reboots, done, right? Okay, but that serves a purpose, because when he then fights Jeff Bridges at the end, they fly up into space, and he's like, "I've got a better suit than you, Tony." And then Tony goes, "Yeah, so how did you handle the freezing?"
Yep.
And he's like, "What?" And then freezes up and then drops like a stone, while Iron Man just stands there looking at him. It's a little thing. It's not a major plot point, but it's a thing that comes around. It's a narrative callback.
Yeah.
When Superman goes into space and he looks at the curve of the Earth, what's he really doing? It's, they've done it with the Brandon Routh one. They did it with the Henry Cavill one. They did it with the David Cornsweet one. He's up there. He's listening to people. He's listening for help. People crying for help and going down to help them. There's a purpose to the shot that, even if it's not explicitly said, is implied. And with Blue Beetle, it was just like, wouldn't it be cool just stick him in space? And that's the problem with this film. The ingredients are there, but it's not making a cake. It's just the bits. It's just like like the start of a fucking Blue Peter make and do table. It's like where you see all the bits, and it's like, and over here is Tracy Island. Here's your toilet rolls and some sellotape and box of paints. Have at it. And just And that's Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is just the constituent parts of every superhero movie without the understanding of what makes any one particular scene work.
They tried to make Tracy Island, but ended up making Black Gang Chine on Isle of Wight.
Making the Isle of Wight, yeah.
Oh man, deep cut.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. It's it's like it's like the back rooms. It's like instructions unclear. Burnt knob on stove after you say cook a sausage.
Yep.
It's just like the movie. The movie is just parts. Where if you look at any one part, you go, "Oh yeah, that's a thing." The community comes together and saves.
God.
Oh, Nana Reyes is going to shoot someone soon, isn't she? Oh, look, he's in trouble now. And there's bullets flying. I wonder who's on the other end of those bullets. It's Nana.
It's Nana.
Yep.
Yeah. It's and that's the problem. It's not that this is a particularly awful film. It actually isn't. The problem is that it's awful in context of the movies it's clearly cribbing from.
Well, I went into this with Green Lantern and is it Morbius in mind? Now, I went into them going, oh, I've heard shit things about these movies. These are going to be awful. And I came away from the Green Lantern and Morbius going, do you know what? It's not that bad. They're not that bad. And I think because of my nonplussed voice with the superhero genre, which I'm glad exists and I can take or leave. Yeah. But going into those two movies, didn't care, came out going, oh, do you know what? That was all right. And I think because of my state of mind on the actual heroes genre, I think that maybe helped a little bit. Yeah. And so I went in with the same thought on this one, and it's just the shouting at the very beginning. It's just too much. It's no. Let's have a quiet moment, please. Otherwise, I'm walking out of this. And and nearly did walk out at one point, but I stuck with it, hoping that I might get something. But all I got was a very poor rendition of Ryan Reynolds in a suit. And also the face, it almost looks like Iron Man to a T as well. Yeah. It's I get it. I you need to do stuff yourself, but no, you're too close to that.
Yeah. It's I guess the problem with all of it is if you've seen it all done before and you've seen it all done better, then you have it's the special effects thing. If you watch Jurassic Park in 1993 and go, fuck me, look at that photoreal T-Rex in the rain eating a car, it looks fucking great. Mm-hmm. From that point on, there is zero excuse for you having anything less than that. Yeah. If that's what you're aiming for. Now, ever since you look at special effects and go, oh, it's too bright, it's too dark, it's too silly, it's too mad, it's not animated correctly, there's no weight, blah, blah, blah. And it's just the same for superhero films. We've been doing this shit now since fucking Superman in the 1970s. And by now, with the advent of things like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they just go, you know what, it is a bit silly, but you know what, we're going to just lean into it as if it's normal. And that was revolutionary when you suddenly see things like fucking Iron Man and you go, oh, okay, he's just a very clever guy who's built himself a suit. Okay, here's a sense of humor. Here's here's an actor who's going to embody that. Here's a script that's funny, knowing, and isn't too afraid of taking the piss out of itself.
But has an edge as well.
Yeah. But then, you see these films and you go, right, well, from there's no excuse for it to be bad. And you will get bad films because you can compare. You go, oh, fucking Thor, Dark World. I mean, just like bored. But you get things, you get things like you get the fucking Civil War. you get movies of all stripes between Iron Man in 2000 and whatever the fuck it was, and now, and you just think there's no excuse for something so generic to exist being a tentpole movie.
Yeah.
They put it out there, ta-da, and it's like, no, all you've done is you put out a greatest hits without understanding what made the greatest hits the great hits. And
isn't that the downfall of DC though, where they've rushed this thing so much?
I'd argue it's the downfall of Marvel as well, because they've lost the plot as well. They've gone from planning things 10 years in advance to quick fuck. What have we got in the back of the library we can make again?
Yeah. So,
I'm not doing a DC Marvel comparison, V versus V. To me, the problem with Blue Beetle is you just sit there going, I've seen this bit done better. And if you're going to have a CGI fucking rumble in the jungle that goes on for, and I'm not even joking here, 14 and a half minutes, make it interesting. Do not have it on a darkened room or a darkened car park outside of a castle, which is ostensibly a wall on a car park, and have something that's bright blue fighting something that's bright red, and then just have bang, R, bang, R, bang, R,
yeah.
R, bang. I'm winning, you're winning, I'm winning, you're winning, R, R, with no stakes whatsoever. It's just you could have done this in 2 minutes. I punched you, you punched me, we can't beat each other. Suddenly, he sees the light. He sees that he's on the wrong side, and turns over. I mean, to use another fighting example, I mean, the fucking Empire Strikes Back battle between Luke and Vader wasn't as long as that fucking fight in Blue Beetle. It was like 4 or 5 scenes, and it was done.
Yeah.
And you got more excitement, more thrills out of that because you were invested in it. You were invested in the characters. The special effects were spectacular, but they were all in context. You didn't have one thing that was literally, even with the lightsabers just glowing like a Catherine wheel. I mean, it's just like drawing your eye to it because the rest of the scene is flat, bland, boring, and the action is just, it's like watching 2 kids who don't understand anything, just mashing buttons, playing a fucking Street Fighter game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what is this? What am I looking at? And then when you roll in characters that you don't care about, with dialogue that is screechy at the best, nonsense at the worst, and and tries to go for representation, but then falls into horrible stereotypes that you go, I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to show us a new culture and show us something that we don't normally see. Latino superhero, brilliant, fantastic. Show me. Oh, we're going back for tacos, and we're going to go ay at least half a dozen times.
Yep.
We're going to screech and generally be everything that every right-winger nut job from here to fucking San Jose thinks a Latino looks like.
Yeah.
We're just going to just dive right in on that. It's just like, how have you sorted any of it? And then you just bury all of that behind, hey, here's some more action figures smashing together. It's just...
Yep. Here's some comedy that I'm going to do really loudly.
Yeah.
And unfortunately as well, you have all that the screaming and screeching and uncomfortableness as well from like the family towards the Blue Beetle guy. I don't even know what his actual name was. Jamie, that was it.
Yeah.
And you have all that, and then all the setup and all the bumbling around of actually getting the scabbard out and stuff like that. And then midway through the movie, you have the father die.
And
it's in such a way where it's flip. It was very, very strong, I think. It was a strong scene because you had the Blue Beetle all tied up. He couldn't do anything. He was just about to help his father. He saw on his screen cardiac arrest. And you're like, flipping hell. And he's just being dragged away. And you're like, whoa, that's intense. But I don't think that film had deserved it.
Yeah.
Because of all the buffoonery before. And I flipping hate buffoonery sometimes.
Yeah.
It just feels out of place and it's too obvious nowadays. There's buffoonery all over the place. And then having that death scene right there, which was such a heavy, heavy weight in that movie. It's almost like a singularity in the middle of this movie where you have like light-hearted blah 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 whoa, and then light-hearted fight at the very end.
Yeah, well, I mean that
air of inception there.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, the problem is it was coded with lots of very evocative imagery of people being forced out of their houses by a sort of military government. ICE, for want of a better term.
Yeah.
Forcing them out, ruining their house, destroying it, letting it place burn down, fucking off, and, doing it with impunity, and the community not doing anything about it. It literally teleported in from a completely different film.
Mm-hmm.
And if the film had that level of intensity and that level of, trying to make some kind of social commentary rather than just Nana with a machine gun going die imperialist scum, I think you'd have more of a chance of getting the generic shit past it. I mean, Black Panther deals with
I'd agree.
Black Panther deals with cultural clashes and and racism and all that kind of thing in an infinitely more subtle and more straightforward way. It deals with it, but weaves it into the story. It makes it part of the story rather than just saying it and then forgetting it. And that's what Blue Beetle does. I think that's the biggest crime with Blue Beetle is you can have your generic shit all around it, but if it's got something to say, you'd at least accept it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have anything to say. It just thinks by saying it once and having a couple of comedy moments with Grandma and a machine gun, and the running gag of scientist bloke always getting his name wrong because she's not thinking about these people because they're beneath her. It's like that's you can't turn around and say, oh, it's a superhero movie, you can't deliver that message. Well, you can deliver it in anything, but if you're not going to try, then don't bother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, and also the thing that made my eyes roll like a fucking fruit machine was the bad guy. I mean, because obviously Blue Beetle, Scarab, yeah, okay, fine, we're on that. But the bad guy was called Carapace. I mean,
yep.
I mean, okay, it might be in the comic, but Carapax. It's like, really? Is he a transformer from the 1980s that turns into a bug? Oh, it's just not seriously. Just
see, when I find myself rolling my eyes at these movies, I have to think, okay, well, is it in the comics that I don't know? So I have to just take it with a pinch of salt.
And it probably is, but the point is whether or not this film will encourage you to go and find out.
No, it doesn't. No.
Exactly. Yeah,
I think we've said that about movies before. If a movie, one of the movies that we do, it encourages you to look back on other stuff or material that is borrowed from this, or just makes you interested in a subject about this a movie that we're reviewing, then I think it's done its job. And many a time I've gone back and I've got interested on something, or someone, you or Jim or you, Darren, have said something, and I'm like, oh, and I go on a little rabbit hole. about that subject. And I love when that sort of thing happens. But this, it hasn't made me want to watch Teen Titans. It hasn't made me want to watch any of the cartoons or see what the comics are like or anything like that, or graphic novels or anything. I haven't looked up a single thing about it because I don't care about it.
The problem is, even if you did care, the movie, if you cared about the character, if you cared about the backstory, I mean, it's not presented in a particularly pleasant way. And by pleasant, I mean visually pleasant. I mean, it's just, it's gaudy, it's loud, it's stupid, the pacing's all over the place. The powers that Blue Beetle have go up and down like a yo-yo. 1 minute he can go at light speed into a fucking carpet, into a flyover, and just go ooh, and then 5 minutes later, someone can punch him hard with a stick, and he'll fall over like a fucking wet paper bag.
Yeah, he can cut a bus in half, but then can't cut the person that he's fighting in half.
No, can't do that. What? Shh, don't say it too loud.
Which was also part of the problem I had with Supergirl. 1 minute she can fly from one planet to the other at light speed, and 2 minutes later it's going to take her 25 seconds to get inside a spaceship to rescue a person.
The old Game of Thrones traveling problem.
Yeah. Here we are. I've travelled halfway across the planet in under a millisecond. Oh, I've got to rescue these people in a cage in a spaceship, which is being about to be crushed. I might just turn up in the nick of time, in about 25 to 30 seconds later.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the was it? It's the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, isn't it? So you mean you could take your hands out those cuffs anytime? Yes, of course. Then why didn't you? Only when it was funny.
Oh my God, I haven't thought about that for ages.
But it is, isn't it? It's that. Anyway. So, yeah, I wasn't impressed with Blue Beetle at all. I disliked it, and what made it worse was I felt like I'd seen this film 1,000 times before, and that it at some point had a script which was a lot more satirical, intellectually upfront, and with something to say, but all the edges got filed off until it was just visual wallpaper. Like I say, it was almost like something that you would show the aliens in the abyss, the ones who talk using bioluminescence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make any sound. It would just be like flashing blues and pinks. You'd just be like, oh yeah, they're telling me a really interesting story here for like fucking 2 hours.
I just get the feeling that executives make these movies, and it's that they just want a collection of these superhero movies so you can say that you've got a catalogue of this. And I'm coming from the standpoint of not being as invested as you guys. And so you've and I know you said you didn't want to do the DC Marvel thing, but I'm allowed to because I'm not invested in it. So from what I see is Marvel thought about it and churned out these movies that had relationships with each other and built something. And DC saw that and went, oh, we'd like that. Here, throw these at the people and see what happens. Well, that's not what Marvel did. They tested the water and they saw and course corrected where they needed to course correct. Whereas DC is just throwing it out, and now they've got their bumper set of movies, but they have no relationships or correlations with each other, and they think they've built a universe, but really they've built separate universes all over the place. And there's just nothing tying it all together. And the tonals, the tones are all up and down and all over the place, like this. Like this movie, where it's just like, oh, chitty tata, and then just whoa, death, destruction in the middle. And it's made by executives that think they know better, and people will eat it and they will like it, and that's all their opinion is. Whereas they're not getting the right people in to talk about these movies and dissect these movies and then think about what they're actually going to put on the screen.
Darren,
Yeah.
over to you, because I've said my thing and I keep going over the same bit. So, what do you want to say about it? You want to add on to what Elton said, or?
Well, I think you guys have, you've eloquently said a lot of the stuff that I felt about this film.
Right.
It was it. I mean, no film really needs to happen, right? There is not an absolute need in society for a film to be made at all. But I can understand that, filmmaking is a business.
Yeah.
Right. And in the end, you've got to make your money back from what you spend. So, obviously the temptation to be cheap and cheerful is there. And a lot of the time get picked up and, murdered to the nth degree. But, it's not just about business. There's art. It's supposed to be art. That's why it comes under the blanket term arts. That's what filmmaking is. That's what cinema is in general. The creation of this, it's someone's art, and it's just, this is what happens when that gets forgotten. And it's just all corporate run. It's not. It's all for the cash. It's all for the, just cashing in on the latest trends. Apparently, from what I hear, DC should have been well ahead of this curve anyway. It should have been them releasing, having their sort of like MCU thing first. But it didn't happen. I always did wonder about that. But, yeah. It's the whole thing of not doing it when they should have and then trying to do catch up and hurry up quickly so we can have what those guys over there did.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Well, they made a mess of it with the Superman and the Batman versus Superman as well, I think.
Oh, definitely.
God.
Definitely.
Let's not encourage any feedback from the people who like that, shall we? Yeah. Fair enough.
There is a little bit of controversy about this film.
Really?
James Gunn muddied the waters where what universe this film is actually in. Is it in the DCEU or is it in the DCU, as they call it now?
Right.
Hang on, what's the difference between DCU and DCEU?
Well, DCEU is
about 10 years and about £1 million.
Yeah, it's the Zack Snyder stuff, like Henry Cavill as Superman, Ben Affleck as Batman. It's that universe, right? Whereas the new one is like David Corenswet as Superman, and you've got Millie Alcock as Supergirl.
This is film the problem. Oh,
yeah, this was supposed to be the first film of the James Gunn DC universe, the one that we have now. And it could be taken as either, because no other superheroes really show up in this. So you don't have a Batman, you don't have a Superman.
Flash and Batman get name checked.
Yeah, but then it doesn't have to be the ones that were in the. It can be anyone. They all come from the same city, no matter what universe they're in. But it's just unless you physically see them, then this film can be put in any of those universes. That's it.
Does it matter though? That's the question I come back to with. I mean, Elton's.
I wonder how. I just wonder how things would have gone had this officially been classed as the first film in James Gunn's sort of regime.
I honestly don't think it would change. The problem you have is that this movie was originally going to be a TV movie,
And that's where it should have stayed.
and then it would have been released on HBO Max or something, and then they just bumped it through COVID. They had no film to release, and then they bumped it out, and so and it feels like that because it feels like a straightforward TV movie. I mean,
I've got to,
yeah, go on.
I was going to say, just thinking about this now, this keeps coming back to my. I keep forgetting it. So getting this out of the way now.
Go for it.
Considering what this film was like and what we all collectively think of this, how bad do you think Batgirl was?
I've just written that down.
Yeah. How bad must it have been, or do you think it wasn't anywhere near as bad as this? And we're definitely talking something else was involved in stopping Batgirl from.
Well, Batgirl and the just recently to be released Coyote versus Acme, were tax write-offs by a guy called David Zaslav, and essentially, looking at it through hindsight now, the idea of tax write-offs and money coming back into Warner Brothers makes Warner Brothers look more financially healthy and more attractive to potential buyers. What's going on right now, or what was going on until it all went tits up at the courts?
Indeed. Well done, courts, by the way. I'd just like to thank the courts in America for organising that one. Fantastic. Well done.
The Warner Brothers Paramount merger.
Yeah.
It's all business. The getting rid of Batgirl, getting rid of Acme versus Coyote. I mean, that one got rescued, but even like the day the Earth blew up, which was the Daffy Duck Porky Pig movie, that also was going to get cancelled, and then that's got brought back. Cartoon Network being shut down and basically becoming nothing more than a sort of side channel on HBO. I mean, all of this stuff is all about financials and stock shareholders. Nothing creative is going on with the cancelling of Batwoman or Batgirl or whatever you want to call it. It's nothing. It's not a, this doesn't fit with our EU verse, or it doesn't quite work, because as Blue Beetle clearly demonstrates, any old shit will be fine if it's just finished and we can put it out and we know it'll make money. The Flash, for fuck's sake, has any one of you been sad enough to watch that fucking thing?
No.
Yeah. I am.
Oh my God. Right, okay. One day we'll do it, but I'm not mentally strong enough for that right now.
You don't know. This is one of those sort of films we don't need to review on.
But the point is, if you watch that film, you'll go, they released that, but they didn't release Batgirl. They released Blue Beetle, but they didn't release Batgirl. Is it bad, or is it just these things were already finished and we could make money on it, and they've all come out of COVID? We just need some money.
Yep. And
that, to me, is all it's about. There's no creative thing behind it. There's no, James Gunn was going to get it in the DCEU or the DCU or any of that stuff. That's, and I don't mean this as a diss on you, Dal, but that's the kind of fanboy surface level thinking of a scuttlebutt of a bunch of people who see films as films made by people who want to release films, not by a business that has a bottom line and a financial threshold to hit for shareholders to get paid out.
Oh, I have absolutely no illusions about that.
Everyone goes like
this. It's
It's like when Lucasfilm was bought by Disney, and it was like $4 billion, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's amazing." They've done that, and they're going to get that money back so quickly because they'll just release the Star Wars special editions despecialized, and it's like, no, they won't. They'll milk this thing till its tits squeak, and then they'll release the special editions despecialized when everything else is exhausted. And sure enough, here we are. The Mandalorian and Grogu is an utter pile of turgid piss. The Star Wars Starfighter is still to be released. Everything else has failed in terms of movie releases. Where's all these movies they were saying were coming out? So what we got left? Well, I know, 50th anniversary. Why don't we despecialize everything now that Lucas's contract's up? Because he can't say or do anything. And it's da-da-da-da-da-da. Here it is. So next year, New Hope, despecialized. Empire Strikes Back, despecialized. Return of the Jedi, despecialized. I guarantee you, it'll all be out. And Disney will go, thank you very much. You can see them in the cinema, and then you can watch them forever on Disney+.
Yep.
We won't release them on discs because otherwise you'll buy them and you'll never come back.
Can I just say, by the way, as somebody who's seen the Laserdisc rips of those films, I think a lot of people are going to be sat in that cinema watching that, going, "Oh, fuck me, this is a little bit." And now they've lived through an era of lots and lots and lots of special effects and stuff like this. I think there's a lot of people who they've got a lot of rose tinted specs going on.
Well, we've had 30 years of the special effects ones. There's people that have been born and grown up without, just with the special effects, and that's it.
Yeah. And as much as, we moan about Lucas and his obsession with it, there are some bits that actually were, good choices in that.
What, in the special editions?
In the with some of the scenes that they redid, because you go back and watch the original, and it's like the attack on the Death Star is like 3 X-wings and a fucking tricycle. It's
but again, this is the problem. It's people like us sat there obsessing over these things. Like, you show that to my mum, who saw Star Wars back in 1977 and then saw it on Betamax back in like the 1980s and hasn't watched it since, and she'll just go, "Yeah, lovely." And the problem is, we get. I mean, myself included, especially, we all get so narrowly focused into believing all of the stuff is important. It's really hard to kind of get away from the fact that just by someone despecializing the special editions and just releasing them, it's a business decision. And at the end of the day, it will come out and people like us will take our kids to see it, and the kids will see it and go, "Yep, it is what it is." And it will make millions, absolute millions. But no one will dare complain about it. No one will go, "Oh, it's better than it was before," or worse than it was before. They'll just go, "It's Star Wars, and it's Star Wars how it was meant to be seen." And that'll be the end of it. I think we're too keen to sort of create a sort of narrative around some of this stuff and go, "Oh, Lucas has seen the light. We've all complained, and Disney are going to do it because the fans demanded it." It's like, no. They're doing it because they want a fucking shareholders report that looks really healthy in 10 years, in a year's time.
Yep. It's all led by bottom line.
Yeah.
I think my question where that is concerned is how many people are going to go watch these despecialized versions and actually genuinely in their heart think that was fucking amazing, and not just look and go, Oh,
Again,
you know, it's that.
we're in a we're in a level of
Disney.
discourse now where there can only be positive and negative.
Yeah.
There is no middle ground. There is no, like I did with Supergirl. There is no kind of sitting there just going, shrug. Time passed. Thing happened. Don't care. We've gone past that. I guarantee you that will come out. The despecialized editions of it will come out. It will go through the roof. And everyone will say it's the best thing since sliced fucking bread, except the young uns who saw Revenge of the Sith in the cinema and go, yeah, it's all right. And it'll just turn into another fucking culture war for no discernible reason other than just to go, I said this, people said that. Some arsehole will jump up with a newspaper report that says it Last Jedi was much better than these ones. And it'll, and the hit clicks will just keep rolling in, and it's just fucking tiring that apparently it matters so much. It's just, I'm sitting there looking at, it's like we went to see Pete and Anne Marie on before the weekend, didn't we, Dal?
Yes, we did. Yes,
yeah, and apparently there's a big hoo-ha in Lego circles because the Lego figures of clone troopers have an extra stud on the temples of their head.
What?
Pete tells me. Yeah, apparently it's a big hoo-ha about it, and that's what I'm saying. These are the
Lego
people.
minifig. They're
Look,
not meant to be accurate.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. This is the kind of thing we're dealing with right now.
Oh, for God's sake!
You're looking. People just want to find a reason to hate something, or they'll find it. If they want to find a reason to love something, they'll find it. But does it matter? And getting it back to Blue Beetle? No. And getting it back to Blue Beetle? Does it matter? Nah.
This is how much we liked Blue Beetle. We've been sat here for the last 20 minutes talking about a totally different film.
Totally different films.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just... My feelings are ecky for Tao Bang right now. Anybody got anything else they'd like to say before we pick a film?
I will not be going back to this.
No shit.
Really?
I know it's a shocker, but it's just I'm good. I reckon I could go the rest of my life and not watch this movie ever again. In fact, that is a goal of mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you'll achieve it somehow.
Yep.
If you believe in yourself, Elton, I believe in you.
I can do this.
Small wins, man. Small wins.
Yeah. One step in front of another. Every journey begins with a single step. Yeah. I'm trying to find some of those inspirational quotes.
Hang in there, Kitty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You look like Shawshank Redemption, except there's too much tunneling through shit and not enough redemption. Anyway, right. Shall we decide on a film? See, because I think if anybody has got anything they'd like to say about Blue Beetle in its defense or otherwise, the channels. You got facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. You got email feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, and you've got my cartoonbeardy.bsky.social to hit up as well. Right. Let's find out what we're going to do for next week. Jim was going to pick, but alas, he is not here, and we have no way of communicating with him, nor would we, given that he's got stuff going on. So, we are going to decide what we're going to be watching next week. But first,
there will now be a short intermission.
Right, so here we are, back after some deliberation. We had a library of millions and millions of films. We had Netflix, we had Amazon Prime, we had the high seas. Yeah, we could go anywhere, see anything, do anything, and what we finally settled on, because obviously we after such a generic movie in the shape of Blue Beetle. What we really want is something, unique, interesting, new, fresh, not based on any old IP. That stuff wasn't available, so we settled on the Fall Guy. Yes. So, have we all seen the Fall Guy, Darren?
Yes.
And
enjoyed it very much.
Right. Okay. Elton?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Are you looking forward to it?
Don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I am Goslinged out yet or not.
Fair enough. Better get used to it because he'll turn up as Ghost Rider soon.
Yeah,
yeah. It's Gosling and Zendaya.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you something about that with Odyssey, but hey ho, I'll leave that there. As far as it goes, I've seen Fall Guy. I had fun with it when I was watching it. I will be honest with you and say 10 minutes after the credits rolled, I barely remember it. That's not to say it's a bad film. It's just not a massively memorable film. But, it's a film I can watch with Carol without her suddenly going, what the fuck are you making me watch? So that's a start. Right. So we will be doing The Fall Guy, which is, I think you'll all agree, the sort of film that Jim would definitely pick.
Oh, absolutely. God, yeah. Very highbrow.
Yeah. If we've learned anything about Jim, he always goes for the middle of the road, the middle of the road existing IP, soft action movie. It's got Jim written all over it. So so we'll be picking that for him, and we will be back to review that next Wednesday, August the 5th. But before we go, let's just do Pimp's Corner. So, Elton, what's happening over at rogue2media.com?
It's been pretty quiet, but still talking about cars going round in circles. I think it's the last race for about a month or so now. So, yeah, it's going to be fairly quiet unless I can get some shonkies out. But, yeah, we shall see. I might put the bat signal up at some point, but I don't know.
Right.
Yet to be discussed.
TBD. Yeah. Okay, cool. And just because, why not? On hypnagoria.com, Jim's just released another episode in his One Season Wonders, discussing Wonder Woman and Battlestar Galactica from the 1970s. He's also done a reading of The Sandwalker by Fergus Hume, and I believe there's a commentary club coming up for Jurassic Park, which will be out very soon. All of that will be on hypnagoria.com. Right, okay. I'm just going to assume that you aren't doing anything, Dal.
Yeah, you'd be right.
Right, cool. And I'm not either. So there you go. So, yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
Welcome.
And again, thank you all for listening. Sorry about the rant that suddenly ensued by the end of that episode. And we shall see you all next week on the 5th, Wednesday, the 5th of August, when we will be reviewing The Fall Guy. Until then, take care. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
And another thing about Blue Beetle.
there's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
I already came for a kebab.